Hey, it's Mr. Barr, and we're going to do some edulastics. What are we going to do? Math 1 unit, domain and range. Okay, so we're getting out my notebook. Going to a new sheet. There it is. This is the work for domain and range. So let's start my edulastic and let's see how I do on this. All right, do each problem in your math notebook. Got it, number it, check your answers with the built-in answer key. Got it, I've read this. Use the toolbar to click in your answers. Do not type in parentheses or letters, click them in. All right, so here we go. And we are doing this, all real numbers, f of x. Okay, I got it. So the domain of this one right here. So number 1, f of x equals x minus 2 squared. What can I plug into this? I can plug everything into this. So the domain of this is going to be all real numbers. What can come out of it? The only way to, so all real numbers going in. Coming out, I can't get out negatives, can I? I can get out a 0. If I plug in a 2, I can get out a 0, but I can't get out negatives. So I need f of x is going to be greater than or equal to 0. So f of x is going to be greater than or equal to 0. So all reals and f of x is greater than or equal to 0. Let's check it using the checking answer thing. How did I do? Okay, it likes it. This next one, number 2, f of x equals 1 over x minus 5. Okay, what can I plug into it? Well, I can plug in everything except for 5. So x cannot equal 5. And what can come out of this? Well, I can get everything out of it except for 0. So f of x cannot equal 0. And you're going to see here, I have a NE means not equal for this. So x, NE 0. X is not equal to 0. No, that was, the first one was f of x, wasn't it? This is, no, x cannot equal 0. And the second one is f of x not equal to 0 also. No, I got this one first. I can't put a 5 into this, right? There we go. Can't put in a 5. Let's check it. Looking good. Number 3. What does 3 look like? F of x equals 1 over the square root of x. Okay, x cannot be, it can't be 0. It's got to be bigger than 0, right? So I can't plug in a negative. If I plug in a negative, the square root breaks. If I plug in a 0, the fraction breaks. So I've got to go bigger than, I can't plug in a 0. Greater than 0. And what can come out of this is only positive numbers can come out of it. So f of x is greater than 0 also. So what was it? X is greater than 0. F of x is greater than 0. Check with the answer key. X is greater than 0, f of x is greater than 0. Perfect. This one, number 4. F of x Okay, x, I can't plug in a 0. I can't plug in a 0. I can plug in anything else, but I can't plug in a 0. X cannot equal 0, which means f of x, there's no way to get this to go to 0, which means there's no way for a -5 to ever come out of this thing. So I can't get a -5 to come out of it. So 0 and -5, x not equal to 0, f of x not equal to, what did we say, -5? If I move this over a little bit, not equal to where do we mess this up? Number 3, f of x is greater than or equal to, is greater than 0? F of x is greater than 0? What? It doesn't like that one. Did I type things in because I wasn't supposed to type anything? And f of x is greater than 0. Okay, I'll have to figure out why it's messing that one up. Number 3. I'll go check it later. Remember, I just have to get a 75 on this, so I'll be okay. Number 5. Number 5, number 5, number 5. F of x equals the square root of x minus 5. Okay, x. This can't go negative. I can't let it go negative. I can't let it go negative, which means a 6 is okay, a 5 is okay, but a 4 is no good. So this thing needs to stay bigger than a 5. Because if I put in a 4, this will go to a -1, and I can't take the square root of a -1. And then my f of x then is going to be greater than or equal to 0. Because I can't take the square root of a negative. I can take the square root of a 0 and I'll be okay. So this is number 5. Let's check it. X is greater than 0. That is incorrect. So I have an error on number 5 on my answer key. Let's make it. So I'll have to fix that one. So I say it should be x is greater than or equal to 5 to keep it from going negative, and then f of x is greater than or equal to 0. Okay, so the key's wrong, but Edulastic knows the right answer. Number 6. F of x equals absolute value of x minus 5. I can plug anything into this. You can't break an absolute value. I can plug in a negative, a positive, a 0. I'm not going to break it, so I can plug anything in. So it's going to be all real numbers going in. But coming out, f of x is going to be positive, right? So all real numbers going in, boom, and f of x positive coming out. So 6, all real going in, f of x greater than or equal to 0 coming out. Looking good. Number 7. Number 7, f of x, x plus 5 squared. I can plug anything into this. I'm not going to break it, so all real numbers are going to go in. And coming out, though, a square is going to make it positive, so it's always going to be a positive number coming out. I'll put that into the system in a second. Number 8, f of x equals 3x plus 7. I can plug anything I want into this. There's no way to break it. It's not a square root. It's not a fraction, so I can't break it. And coming out of this, I can also get everything to come out of it. Number 9. Number 9 is basically the exact same thing as 7. I can plug all real numbers into this, but I can only get positives out of it because the square is going to make everything positive. Okay, let's get 7, 8, and 9 into the system. 7, all real numbers. All real numbers. No, 7, f of x is greater than or equal to 0. This one is all real, all real. This one is all real and positives. So we did this. Looking good. And our final one, this is another one. This is the exact same thing as number 9 and the exact same thing as number 7. All reals, so it's all reals, and f of x is greater than or equal to 0. Okay, checking it. So what's... I wonder if I have it as a greater than or equal to 0, but I can't get a 0 out of this. I'll bet I need to fix that and change it to a f of x. I'll bet in the system I have it as a greater than or equal to 0, and it should just be a greater than 0. You know what? Here, let's game it. This is wrong. That's wrong. That's not the right answer, but let's see. Is that what I have in Edulastic? Okay, I need to fix that, though, because it shouldn't be that. So I'm going to get it wrong instead. Because I can't get a 0 out of this. There's no way to get a 0 out. Okay, there we go. Let's submit that. Remember, I just have to get a 75. As long as I get a 75, I'm fine. I got a 95. I'm great. Okay? Thank you for watching.